Federal High Court today issued a restraining order on INEC over the deregistration of political parties in Nigeria as parties fight back to get on the nation's list of political parties. And the presidency is warning against fake news as they deny President Buhari's story of traveling out of the country for 20 days. They warned beware of merchants of fake news on the prowl. Hello everyone and welcome to the program. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimale at Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos. Let's begin with the story coming from the presidency, where it shows that the presidency is worried about some of the things you read on social media, especially those of you who share some of the information online which happens to be untrue. At the end of the day, Mr. Femi Adesina, the president's media advisor, is warning that beware of merchants of fake news who he says are now on the prowl. Let's take a listen to Mr. Femi Adesina.
The president is traveling and he will be away for 20 days. And from there to Saudi Arabia, and from there to Austria. No truth to it. I want to use this opportunity to please tell Nigerians to be careful what they consume. People who get their information, particularly from the social media, should please authenticate such information before they accept it and they even begin to share and distribute it. Merchants of falsehood are on the prowl and they don't mean our country.
Mr. Femi Adesina is saying there's no plan of President Buhari traveling for 20 days. Well, let's check out some other political stories that are falling for you on our political roundup.
Less than 24 hours to the Supreme Court sitting to review its judgment on the Imo State governorship election, a group of APC supporters is asking the Apex Court not to change its verdict. The group, which embarked on a protest march on the streets of Abuja, first occupied the Federal Secretariat before marching to the Ministry of Justice, displaying placards with solidarity messages. According to the group, the pressure being mounted on the Supreme Court by the PDP to reverse its January the 14th judgment, removing its candidate as governor of Imo State, is an attempt to blackmail the judiciary. Meanwhile, another group of protesters calling themselves Concerned APC Youth today stormed the party's secretariat in Abuja, demanding the removal of Mr. Adams Oshomole as the party's national chairman. The protesters called on President Muhammadu Buhari to intervene in order to arrest what they describe as the dwindling fortunes of the party under Mr. Oshomole. And ahead of the review of the Supreme Court's judgment coming up on Tuesday, Association of Local Government of Nigeria, ALGAN, has thrown its weight behind the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma. At a press conference held in Owerri, the Imo State capital, the 27 elected chairman, vice chairman, and their councillors commended the Supreme Court for the landmark judgment on the 14th of January, which validated Senator Hope Uzodinma. They maintained their confidence in the Supreme Court that it won't reverse itself on the earlier judgment, as no amount of protests or campaigns of calumny can cause the Apex Court to make a U-turn.
The entire leadership, membership, and followership of ALGAN Imo State chapter do hereby register our total support, loyalty, and solidarity to our governor, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodinma.
The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has debunked the news that his convoy was attacked by bandits at the Rigasa train station in Kaduna State yesterday. The minister describes the story as totally false and misleading. According to him, there was never a time his convoy was attacked immediately he disembarked from the Abuja-Kaduna round train. According to him, the false story has further lent credence to the need for the federal government to pass a social media law in order to checkmate fake news.
Most of these stories you hear, or some of them, they may not be true.
The BI also said Governor Doye Diri is soliciting for mutual collaboration between the legislative arm of government and the executive with the aim of fostering development in the state. Governor Diri said this when he hosted the members of the State House of Assembly, led by the Speaker, Honorable Monday Obolo, on the first day in office as Chief Executive at the Government House in Yenagoa. He insists that development is the priority of his administration, even as he is the governor for all.